Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched WWE SmackDown Live episode 1024 and 205 Live episode 123, both broadcast on Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019. This is the go-home show going into WrestleMania, and it's a pretty good one. I enjoyed quite a bit on this. No particular thing was as good as the whole backstage cop car stuff from last night, but they did replay that a few times. Maybe a few too many times they replayed that. But I enjoy a lot of stuff quite a bit. We opened up with the KO show with guests AJ and Randy. They had some nice words for not nice words, but choice words for each other. AJ calling Randy out for failing drug tests and also only having learned one move. And then Randy hits that one move on AJ as he attempts a phenomenal forearm. So I am really excited for this match. Actually, all of the SmackDown matches I am very excited for because we had another one made after this 4-on-4 tag team match. Alistair and Ricochet and the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev and the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. The Usos got the win after a double super kick. I don't remember who it was to. But they got the win, and then Alexa came out to announce that there will be a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The Usos will defend against the three teams in the ring with them right now, and then they all brawl and all that. So this is awesome for Alistair and Ricochet, assuming that they don't get hurt. I really hope that they don't get hurt, ever, but especially before this match happens. Because this is history already. They are going to have be the first people to challenge for two different championships on two different brands in 1 week. And now they're challenging for three different championships in 1 week. They just got to... The only one they're missing is going after the NXT UK Tag Team Championships, which could still happen at Access, but... I think there's some other teams that should get a shot at that on Saturday at the NXT UK tapings. I'm looking over at Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. I think they've got to get another championship shot there, but we'll see what happens. It might be those two goofballs. What's their names and the Nutso guys? What's their names and the Nutso guys? That's a great tag team name. Then we had the Miz in a 1-on-3 handicap match against Sanity, which Shane announces in the middle of it that it's falls count anywhere. They end up brawling to the back. Miz, filled with rage, is able to power his way through it and gets the win. Backstage by the dumpsters, I think it was, or whatever. And then we see a cop car pull up, and out of it comes Becky Lynch. And then we go to commercial. So Becky comes into the arena and says some stuff. I forget exactly what she said. But, oh yeah, she just took the mic away from Corey. So there's two instances of somebody who isn't usually the interviewer being the interviewer and then not even being the interviewer. First here with Corey Graves, Becky just takes the mic and then addresses the WWE universe. And everybody's very excited. We're all rooting for her to win, and then later on we'll get to that with the contract signing between Daniel Bryan and between Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. There's a contract signing that Michael Cole is there to be the interviewer, the facilitator of this contract signing, and he ends up saying about like 5 words because Daniel Bryan dominates the discussion. He interrupts Cole and then just goes on and on for like 6-7 minutes. But it's really good stuff. But we'll get to that in just a second. We then had a 9 versus 9 mixed tag team match with many of the participants of the battle royals this coming Sunday. So we had 5 men, 4 women on each team. I think it was, or maybe it was 6 and 3. I don't know. It was 17 people and Mandy Rose, as Corey Graves said. Lacey interrupted this match briefly at the beginning. And it didn't take too long. It took longer than I thought. I thought it was going to be like 2 minutes and it'll just evolve into a brawl. It took until after a commercial break into the second segment. One of my favorite moments. I have 3 favorite moments from this. One was when Otis tried to flirt with Mandy Rose, and she was just absolutely disgusted. But then she was pleased when Shelton Benjamin got rid of Otis for her. But then Shelton Benjamin got attacked by bees. And by bees, I mean Nikki Cross. Just grabbing, doing the Yoda backpack thing. And Shelton's just swatting at her, like going crazy. They like tumble over the top rope, and she's still hanging on there. He's like, he just runs away to the back. She's still on his back. It's hilarious. And it reminded me of somebody being like attacked by bees or something. They're like, you can't shake them at all. And I thought that was great. And then the other thing that I really liked was there was another thing that I didn't write down. Asuka wins this impromptu battle royal after it's her and Jeff Hardy, the last 2 left in the ring, and then Asuka sneaks up on him and tosses him over the top rope as well. So Asuka's dancing to her music at the end there. So that was pretty fun. Crap, what was it? I swear there was another thing that I really liked. That wasn't. There was a dance break that was great. Everybody got to do a little bit of something in this, and it was really fun. It was ridiculous when it was a tag team match. It was just that's too many people for a tag team match. Like how does that even work? You can like barely even see what's going on in the ring because it's just a fence of people on the apron. I think it should be a rule that if you have more than 4 people on a tag team, that the rest of them, so you can have 3 people on the apron, the rest of them have to be like outside and then climb up when they want to turn or whatever, so you can see better. I feel bad for the people in the audience. It's like you're just looking at a whole bunch of people's butts, which might not be bad, at least for 1/17 of the people in the ring, or 1/18. Sorry, got my fractions wrong. Then we had Samoa Joe versus Ali. Ray, we've learned, it has an ankle injury. And there's a great interview with Joe afterwards talking about that. Well, does he really have an injury, or is he just scared of facing me? Joe puts Ali to sleep and gets the victory there. Then we have the contract signing. Daniel goes off on a whole rant saying how he knows exactly how Kofi feels about all this and all that, and it's really good. I forget the specifics of what he's saying, but there's passion and all that. And then Kofi responds with equal passion and signs the contract. Finally, it's in ink. And we're going to get Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan on Sunday. And I am 100% rooting for Kofi. I'm going to get a Kofi t-shirt to wear at WrestleMania. Because I just have a really old It's not old. It's like an old design. I've only worn it like, a few times. Uh, uh, a New Day shirt, but I want to get a specifically Kofi Kingston in support of Kofi Kingston shirt. Maybe there's a couple of them. I want to get one of those, which would be awesome to wear while he wins. He's got to win. I hope he wins. I'm kind of resigned to the fact that like all three matches that everybody wants one person to win, that's not going to happen for any of the three. So that way, if it does happen for any of those three, I'll be happy about it. The first of those is Kofi winning. The second would be Seth Rollins winning against Brock Lesnar. I think that's the least likely to happen now. And then, of course, the last one being Becky Lynch winning both championships. Oh, yeah, she was talking about how she'd be double champion, the first double champion and all that. It should be really cool. Now, I was thinking maybe she shows up on Friday, inserts herself into that women's championship match and wins the NXT championship, and then she's a triple champion on Sunday. That's not going to happen, but it'd be interesting. We have it's a 3 champion match there, but it'll be good. Whoever wins, that's gonna be a good match, but I hope Becky wins. Then over on 205 Live, I took a break from watching wrestling itself to watch Miz and Mrs. Because it's on the same channel and just let it keep playing, and this is like the funniest, most fun reality show that's not that's like a regular reality show, because the best reality shows or the reality competitions like Survivor and Amazing Race, but this is the best this kind of reality show, and I really like this episode. It was him at SummerSlam, where he's got Maurice with him and Monroe Skye. Now the show is really, really good, really, really funny, and Monroe Skye is one of the cutest babies that I have ever seen on television. And the three of them and their, all the people around them and stuff, so much fun to watch. He goes to like a tanning place and gets way too much bronzer on, and this episode is really funny. And they don't even go into they did go into what actually happens in the match, because Maurice helps him cheat to win. So it's interesting. Like, he is an absolute babyface, even more so than Monroe Skye is currently on the show. And on this show, he seems like, well, he's a little bit of a jerk at moments, but he's still like endearing, and it's interesting to see that. And then remember, he was the bad guy in that match, because at SummerSlam it was him versus Daniel Bryan, and he cheated to win. And looking back on it now, it was like he had to cheat to win to keep the evil from progressing and whatnot. So I highly recommend this. I forget if I watched all of the first season of Miz and Mrs., but even if you haven't, the episode when Monroe Skye is born is like actually made me tear up quite a bit, and that's never happened watching a show like this for me. It has kind of happened watching Survivor, but it was just so good to see like how happy they were and stuff like that. It was nice, real nice. But anyway, Miz and Mrs., it's great. Over on 205 Live, episode 123, we had Kalisto versus Oni Lorcan. Oni won this match, and that's pretty exciting. I made an Oni Rules shirt to wear to SmackDown next week, hoping that Oni will have a match again next week. Although I don't know now. Maybe it'll be more likely that he'll have a match at Access. So I might wear that and then take like another shirt with me on Saturday in the chances that he's there for that. Actually meet him. I haven't met him yet. Actually, I did sort of meet him in Los Angeles. I checked in to the hotel at the same time as him, and he's like at the next desk, and I was like looking at him, and I like give him the nod when I realized, oh, right, that's who it is. But I didn't like talk to him or anything. So yeah, I didn't technically meet him, but I have seen him in person. I'm excited to see him in a context outside of actually seeing him in a match. Actually, before that and after that, oh no, I've seen him in matches at Access. That's right. I have not seen him because he's only had 2 actual matches on the main, 3 matches on the main roster or on 205 Live. All 3 I wasn't in attendance for, of course. We had Betty in the back. He attacks Tony Nese during his interview, and they brawl backstage and spill out into the arena. I'm really excited for this match, and the promo for it at the end of the episode is real good. It's got me very excited. It's going to be on the kickoff show, but that's fine with me because that match was the cruiserweight match was on the kickoff show last year and that was also a pretty great match. And I like that flipped aspect of it. Last year we had 2 good guys who are friends. This year we have the 2 bad guys who are friends. But we have Tony Nese. He's kind of turned into the good guy in the whole situation, which we didn't really have that with last year. They were just like respectful of each other, so it's going to be fun. Then we had Kiro Tozawa versus Mike Kanellis. Kiro Tozawa won after some interference with because the Brian Kendrick was out there to counterbalance Maria Kanellis, but Kendrick kind of got involved a little bit, but not nearly as much as Maria Kanellis was trying to be. And the match was very, very long. So I kind of lost interest. So I wasn't really paying attention to it. But this episode is worth checking out for that Oni Lorcan match and the brawl in the middle there. I am going to talk about these more in depth in the comic book episode for this week that I will record later today. In just a few hours, I'll be heading over to pick up the comics for this week. I caught up a little bit on stuff, but I have to mention this. Wonder Twins is my new favorite comic book. I finally read the first 2 issues. It came out. The first one came out in February, I think. And the new issue, I don't know when the new issue comes out. Issue number 3. It is so funny. I absolutely love this comic book. Go and get Wonder Twins issues 1 and 2 and beyond. It's so funny. I was laughing out loud while reading it, which happens sometimes, but like every page, it's hitting all the right notes or whatever you say about that. Yeah, Wonder Twins, go and get it. It's great. There are some other comic books that I got caught up on that I will be talking about in that new comics episode. So stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned. My goal for today, as far as the podcast goes, is to get caught up on everything. Because tonight we have Survivor, we have NXT and NXT UK. They'll be watching later today as well. And then before all that, I gotta watch last week's Doom Patrol. I keep saying I'm gonna get that watched and get an episode out about it. So that is the next thing on the docket. So stay tuned for all of that. Go tweet and Instagram at TIW Podcast, TIWpodcast.com. Go subscribe on wherever you listen to podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, whatnot. And I'll be back real soon with another episode. Thanks for listening. This has been TIW Podcast. Bye.